What is going on, YouTube? So it's gonna be a double take here today. I already uploaded one video. Now I just want to go for one more, since I don't want to stop at one video. Anyways, so I was out. I got a 30 pack of this Budweiser here, and for a long time, I've been getting the 12 packs, the 30 packs, and so on, and so for the longest time, I've noticed that on the can, like right on the bottom here, there used to be a 100% wind energy that was stamped on the can here, and now I'm noticing that it doesn't have that logo that's usually at the bottom right hand corner. It would say made using 100%. I believe it said renewable energy. And I could be wrong though. I think it said wind energy or renewable energy, something like that. But for the past couple of months, I like to look at the can. I like to look at the design. But anyways, I've noticed that it's not on the bottom anymore. So, and I've also started noticing that the ink that's on the cans it's not completely fully red. It's like light red. It's almost as if they're not using as much of the painting as they used to. And the can itself, I mean, stop me if I'm wrong here, but the can on this almost feels like it's a plastic instead of aluminum. So I mean, either they went the cheap route and started putting plastic into the metal when they're canning the Budweiser beer, or if they just completely stopped caring about the materials that are being used to can the beer. So while I have the can out, let's give her a swirl, shall we? Yeah, there we go. So another note that I want to point out here. She's bubbling up. And another note here that I want to point out is that the smell is not the same as the beer I've had in the past. It was more of a full-bodied flavor of the beer itself. This almost tastes like it's like straight sugar from a can, and it's not very appealing as a Budweiser customer. So one of the main reasons why I do purchase Budweiser is because it's a union-made beer. I'm in the union. So I always bought a union beer. I've bought Budweiser, Bud Light. On very rare occasions, I will buy a 12 pack of Heineken, and that's very rare. I mean, because the price of Heineken has just skyrocketed out of control. It's at room temperature, so it's not bad. But if you ever tried warm beer, it's nasty. Back in the days, I didn't have a fridge, so I would have to drink warm beer, which was awful. It was almost like drinking pee out of a can. That's how bad it was. And of course, the more warm the beer was, the more the smell, the stench of the alcohol was just horrible. I didn't notice any increase in the alcoholic percentage. It's still sitting at about 5% per volume. So that's a good thing, I guess. Still using the same ingredients, rice and barley. Yeah, and this one I usually pick the beer off the top of the shelf when I'm buying it. I don't know if I mentioned this in my other videos, but when you pull a pack, let's say a 30 or a 12 pack, off of the top of the shelf, you're going to notice that it's more fresher, and the dates on there are, like it was just brewed or it was just packed. So you're more likely to get a fresh beer if it's picked off from the top. Now, if you go to the bottom, you're not going to get the same quality. Like I said, I have purchased beer in the past, and I pulled the pack off of the bottom. The first thing that happened to me was the handle of the case actually ripped, and it was just embarrassing. I mean, the whole entire 30 pack, all the beer just spilled out everywhere in front of me, and then I had billions of people staring at me like, what did you just do? You made a mess. I'm like, well, it wasn't my fault. The poor quality of the packaging material is it's bad as it is, but you're more likely to find that if they've been sitting for a while, the package material ends up losing its quality, its build quality, and that's just something that you want to pay attention to if you're purchasing a 12 pack, a 30 pack, or whatnot. This, you don't have to worry about this with 6 packs, obviously, because they come in a little plastic, almost like a little plastic handle, where you can carry it, pick it up, and just take it out of the store. And another thing, though, the Heineken kegs, total waste of money, okay? I first got my Heineken keg a few years ago, and what I noticed is it's all foam in the top part of the keg. You're not getting a full keg. You're getting probably 90%, maybe even less than that, 85% beer in there. This is what these companies are doing. They're making shortcuts in how they're packaging their products. It's something that I'm seeing more and more a lot of as days progress. All in all, though, it's not as bad. I mean, taste-wise, it seems like it's a more of a bitter taste than anything else. And I used to be a big fan of the natural ice, and as soon as I started drinking Budweiser, I kind of just drifted away from the cheap stuff. And now I'm starting to consider Budweiser as a cheap beer because the quality is just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the quality of the beer has just went south, as in, how it tastes and how it's packaged and how it's made in general. But like I said, I don't know if it's something to do with the company, why they took that renewable, 100% renewable stamp that was on the side of the can away. And for me personally, I don't think that they're using renewable energy. Maybe they were just making it up. As they went along, they were making up the very fact that they used renewable energy. Who knows? But I think that's all for this video. I mean, I'm going on, like 10 minutes now. So, next few videos, I'm going to drift away to some IPAs and try to figure out if there's an in-between, if there's an IPA out there that resembles Budweiser. I'm pretty sure there is. I think that Sierra Nevada is kind of closer. I'm not going to say it's the same, but I think it's closer, beer-wise, but you're getting about 6.5% rather than the 5% by volume. So there's a big difference in how much alcohol is added to that beer. But the taste is just, it's full of hoppiness. We've got more hops that are added to the beer, and it's more expensive. You're paying almost $5 or $6 more for a 12 pack of Sierra Nevada. Let me tell you something. It's a great tasting beer. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it is expensive, and if you like beer, you should give that one a try. And there's also another one called Torpedo, and that one's 3% more alcohol by volume. I'm not going to get into the higher points on those, but it doesn't even taste like, because they throw so many hops in there, the flavor is just hoppiness. Anyways, I gotta skedaddle here and see if I can throw these in the fridge. They still taste kind of warm. So you guys enjoy your night, and hope you found this video a little interesting. Just remember that. Pull that case of beer off the top of the shelf instead of pulling it from the bottom. This way you're getting, something a little better, if you will. Take care.